thing to come.
Yay! Yeah, we're good.
Are we,
Yeah,
are we
we're
live?
live. Yep.
We're live.
Yay, we're live! Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Powered stream. If this is the first time you've seen it, this is where we talk about what we've been playing, watching, reading, and doing. You're here with the Bum Squad. My name's Castleberry. We've also got JazParks, Zhiana, and Justine or Teeny on today.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
Girl power!
Awesome.
We're all here.
So, we're gonna talk. We're all ready to go. So obviously this is live. So if you wanted to join us on Twitter, the hashtag is Powerbomb. That's PWR'd. And also if you want to join the conversation in the YouTube comments. So last week we didn't have a powered stream because we had our first ever episode of Fighter Fandoms, and Jazz and Justine were on Team Professor X, and they were debating against Magneto.
What'd you say? Say it again.
It was a good debate. How did it go?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I said,
yes,
how did that?
it was really
How
good.
did that one go?
Yeah, it was really good. It got mildly heated
To say
between
the
friends.
Ah!
But we love each other. Everyone's still alive. It's fine. We still don't know how we won because we were the underdogs going in. I'm still surprised. No, honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better response from you guys. You guys killed it, and we cannot wait for the next one. So I'm really excited.
You guys have a
So
topic for
much
the next
delay.
one, yeah?
Yes, I probably might as well just go out and say we're going to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be
Which I'm pretty
awesome.
excited about. Yeah, it's in line with the movie coming out. I think everyone wants to get nostalgic about their childhood. I'm not going to announce the teams yet, mostly because I don't know. I'm not that organized. But yeah, I'm excited. It should be fun.
That's awesome.
So much delay. So much delay. I'm like, is it? I don't know what to do.
Give us some interpretive dancing in between.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so
There we go. We've lost.
Nice.
We've lost Castleberry. So I'll take over until she comes back.
Sounds good.
So should we just start with the actual segment then and go with starting with P for playing Jazz? Should we just go for that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
tell
why
us, Jazz, what have you been playing?
Well, before I even begin to talk about what I'm actually playing, my first 2 seconds, I just want to do a big quick shout out to EA because yesterday they just released a free patch for The Sims 4 that I wanted to talk really quickly about how amazing it is. They've basically made it gender neutral for people now. So you can be a male with feminine features, you can be a female with masculine features, you can have all kinds of different gender orientations. Basically, it's the first sandbox simulation type of game that's added transparency and translucency between the genders. And I just wanted to give them like a quick shout out to say how awesome that is. And I fully dig that. That is amazing. I think to get people involved in The Sims like that is going to make it so much better for storytelling, but also for people to have an outlet if they're going through the same thing. So kudos to EA. That's amazing. I think it's great.
That is really cool.
But yeah. I think it's amazing. It's good. There's like another option where you can actually opt for your female Sims to not become pregnant if they don't want to, which I think is also really, really interesting because there's a lot of people that I know that don't want children. And even though it is an option in The Sims to woohoo or have a baby, I still think that should be something that they can have a choice over rather than not have a baby, if that makes sense. So I don't know, they're really going into a really interesting area with their creativeness, I think. It's becoming more reality-based, but I like it. And I think
it would also add an interesting aspect to your little storyline if you add the infertility into that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
So much you can, so much you can do with that, and so many people go through that on a regular basis. To have an outlet like that, I think would be really cool for some people. It'll be a nice way to express themselves. So kudos to EA. Let's give them a round of applause. What I actually wanted to talk about, though, was The Witcher, because, you can just see my face light up. I'm so in love with this game. Oh, I love it. I don't know if you noted, but Alana Young on the Bomb Squad and myself are huge Witcher fans. We go back and forth every day talking about The Witcher at the moment, and they just released the DLC Blood and Wine. I'm in two massive emotional phases about this. One being sad because it's the last one, and I know it's ending, and I'm a little bit devastated. And two, I'm really proud of what CD Projekt Red have put out. I think inner gamer in me just, oh my god, I'm so proud of this company. From where they've come from to where they are today is phenomenal. I'm not going to discuss the story. It only came out last week. I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
No spoilers. Spoiler-free zone.
No spoilers. It's a completely spoiler-free zone. But what I am going to talk about is the fact that everyone knows that the DLC is situated in Tucson, which is, if you look at the map of the whole Witcher, Skellige is over, I don't know what my hands are, Skellige is over here, you've got Velen, Novigrad sort of up there, and Tucson is down here. And in the grand scheme of things, everything above Tucson has been hit by the war really heavily. Okay. So when you're playing in The Witcher, you see dead bodies everywhere. It's really muted colours. It's grey. It's dreary. It rains a lot. People swear at you a lot. You'll be riding your horse.
Wow.
Like, F you. You're a freak. and everyone looks dirty.
Dang.
As soon as you get into Tucson, though, it's like, Geralt has this quote where he says, I always feel like, when I walk into Tucson, I always feel like I'm part of a fairy tale, and it's so true. There are bright colours, there are flowers, everyone's dressed really beautifully, everyone's super nice. Even little things like playing a card game with someone in Tucson, the gambling amount that you usually have has been increased. Just that little extra detail, because they've got money, they haven't been hit by the war, they're not poor. And I love that, and that's such a great little addition. Like, oh, I can earn more money here. I can sell my goods for more money here. You get a house to play with, which I think is really cool. Your own little butler, who I call him Jeeves, but that's not his name because it's something else. But I call him Jeeves because everyone should call their butler Jeeves.
Yeah. But
him and Geralt have this beautiful little banter, and they talk to each other, and he sort of like does your house up for you, and every time you come back, hello, sir. I'm like, oh, Jeeves, I've missed you so much. You get to sort of like put your armor and your swords up on the walls and like really show off what you've saved. And if you're like me, you've saved everything. I'm such a hoarder.
Me too.
I want to keep it all.
I'm always like that in RPGs. I'm always like, I might need this mana potion. Even though it's a small amount, I might need 16 mana potions in the next 2 hours. I might need it. I might need that pumpkin. I don't know what for, but I might need it. I just like, I hoard everything and I carry it.
I don't even know what pumpkins do in this game, but I might need it.
Yeah, but I might need it for something. And it's because I don't know what it's for. How am I supposed to know? Maybe a quest giver will want the pumpkin, and then I'll get a magical sword from it. And like, you don't know.
And I'll be boss for the rest of the game.
We're on the same page here. Exactly.
It's worse if I
Someone might come and turn my pumpkin into a carriage. I don't know.
Yeah. Cinderella's here.
Yeah.
I think it's worse when like I don't know what the item does, or if it's like a really bizarre item. Like I've got items in Geralt's inventory that are like they're for a quest and it's like a feather. And I'm like, no one's asked me for a feather. Why would I need a feather?
Why do I have this?
Why do I have this? But I can still sell the feather if I want to. But I'm like, I'm not selling that feather. I want that feather. What if I need that feather? Someone out there might need that feather.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're on the same. Yeah,
but
I feel exactly the same way.
So when I got the DLC, I downloaded it. We just had the patch the day before from CD Projekt Red, who every single time they give us a DLC, they patch it the day before, and they always outdo themselves. I know I'm very quick. We talk a lot about being opinionated. I'm quite opinionated about game companies and what they do for the consumer or what they don't do for the consumer. And I feel like CD Projekt Red constantly outdo themselves. I think they are so in tune with how to approach the public and how to give back to the public that it's almost like you're giving me too much. Now I feel like I need to give you more. I'll pay more for this. Like I only paid like what Australian dollars. It was like $30 Australian for the DLC, and the patch itself for the DLC with new content was 2 gigabytes for free. And I was like,
wow.
What? And then, like, before that, they halved the price of the base game, so everyone who hadn't had the base game could buy the base game for $30. Like, that's nothing these days. Like, that's... Anyway, I'm getting way off topic. I really, really love game companies that are doing more for the people rather than for themselves. Like, yes, at the end of the day, you can probably say that it benefits them in the long run, but you could look at other game companies that release DLCs that are so minor and so small with lack of content and put the same price tag on that than what CD Projekt Red has done, which has given us so much content for the same price. And that's amazing. Other than that, when I walked into Toussaint for the first time in the game, I remember looking at the game and just seeing all these bright colors and like getting all teary and like, this is so beautiful. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Blood and Wine DLC from The Witcher 3 and have a look at the photos. They're amazing. The colors, they've really saturated the colors this time around, so everything pops. The houses are really different. There's flowers everywhere. There's bizarre quests where you find yourself looking at a unicorn. Like, it's just really fairy tale. Oh, and the guards talk in rhymes.
Ah, that's so cool.
It's so beautiful. I actually was writing, because I kind of like to walk around the towns and just listen to the chatter. It's just really weird. So I was listening to the chatter and I was, oh my god! Hi!
Surprise guest.
Yay!
Lana.
Hi, Lana.
I was talking about our favorite game.
I don't have another chair.
So, yeah, I was walking around in Tucson and I was listening to the chatter and this young girl goes, my brother gave me a sword. I called it Needle. And I was like, oh my Game of Thrones reference. No way.
I love that.
I was like beside myself. I'm like, oh my god. It's the little things. CD Projekt Red, you are my favorite. I can't stop talking about how amazing this game is, and I really, a lot of people ask me why should I buy it, and I can't. I know, like, there's been a tweet that's asked me say it in 5 words or less, and I can't because I can't control myself. But honestly, the writing is phenomenal, the storytelling is phenomenal, the character development in a game like this is, like, it's still open world, but you still find yourself developing as characters. The scenes are beautiful. I mean, how can you not love the look of The Witcher? It's just a beautiful game. And I fully believe supporting companies that support the people. And CD Projekt Red, time and time again, have proven to us that they support us for buying the game. So for that reason alone, just go out and buy it. I know personally, I have got over 200 hours in the game, and I still haven't finished it.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure Alana's the same, so you won't be disappointed. I'm gonna stop rambling now.
Not rambling. I've never played a Witcher game.
Oh my god. You should.
Played it. I should. I really want to.
You should. I love that one of my friends messaged me the other day. She just got it, and she's like, I made a decision, and it's come like an hour and a half later. It's bitten me in the butt. I'm like, welcome to The Witcher. Nothing is right. There's no black or white. Everything's grey. It's fun.
Yeah, I would want to
Definitely have
start
to give that a
playing
go.
it from that needle comment alone.
Yeah. Game of Thrones reference, you've hooked me.
Yeah, you got me. I'm there.
That was the best, and it's like one of those little things that if you don't take the time to walk around a town, you would probably never hear it.
Yeah.
But I stopped and I stared at this little character that she's just looking up at me. I'm like, I love you so much. Can I keep you?
Aww.
Take you back to my vineyard.
Okay, so I'm checking
We're
on...
an easily bought bunch. All it takes is a bit of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all in.
Yep.
So much fun.
Okay, so I'm
So you're
checking the
checking the
Twitter. Yes, I am. Jazz already answered fellow Bomb Squad member Mickey's question, which was convince me to go out in 5 words and buy The Witcher. Dominic at Backsorn has a question about Overwatch, though. He says, what do you guys think of Overwatch laying down the permaban hammer on cheaters?
I think it's good.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I don't play MOBAs.
I haven't actually heard that. Cheating how? Like, what were people doing? Like, were they just... Like, is it when you get, like, the group of people, like, sometimes you'll get, like, a bunch of people and they'll all play the same character and then just kind of follow each other? It's like, maybe that's what he's talking about. Because I'm like, I haven't really heard of that, but I'm glad of it, though. Because there's nothing more frustrating than people cheating in Overwatch. Like, you get, like, 6 bastions, and it's like, no! Salt levels rising. No. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, because I don't really know what cheating he's referring to, but I'll look into it. Overwatch is a good game, though. Just a little segue.
I
You
know.
are kind of obsessed.
It looks really cool.
I'm
My
already,
brother-
like, level 32 or something.
It's crazy.
Okay, I have a question about Overwatch then. I'm not a MOBA player or a shooting...
It's not a
I don't
MOBA.
play shooting games either. Well, okay, that's how much I don't know about the game. But I team play games that, like I just don't play those sort of games. I play RPGs and like sandboxy simulations.
Yeah.
So, but Overwatch still looks really good. And I still kind of want to play it.
It's not like... It's I think like a lot of people who are like, COD players or something might not enjoy it as much because it's quite, it's only 6v6. It's quite small and you really do need to like work as a team. Like if you have even one person who's not playing with the team, like that could screw the entire game up basically and you can lose. So it's like it requires like a lot more teamwork, I think, than say something like Call of Duty or Halo or something like that, like where it's more just kind of point and shoot and you have like huge teams of people against each other. I like shooters, but I've never played Team Fortress, and everyone says this is like a Team Fortress game. I've never played Team Fortress. I was like, okay, like I guess this is kind of similar. So if you like that sort of thing, then you'll definitely like Overwatch. It's good. Like you should just give it a go.
Yeah. I never played Team Fortress, and my aim is terrible, so I'd be like that one person in the group that's like, I'm trying to play with the group, but I'm just still dragging them down. Sorry.
Yeah. And in Overwatch, there are some people who like accuracy is not really like Symmetra and Pharah, like there's not really any accuracy involved with their things, especially Symmetra's handgun. Like it's like a laser and it just follows the person as long as you stay close enough. It's like zzz. You don't really need good aim. You just need to be able to chase somebody down with this laser thing with a laser pointer.
Come back.
So it's just like play Symmetra and just have your turrets and don't have to worry about anything. Your turrets do it, or Toblerone. Just plays Toblerone and
it'll aim for you.
Yeah, like the turret does all. It's an automatically aiming turret, so you're fine. Just do that. No worries. Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Do recommend.
Everybody talks about it.
10 out of 10 would recommend this game to everybody I know.
Excellent. Well, I think I'm going to look into it now because everybody talks about it, and I feel like I'm missing out on something. I don't want to miss out.
Do we have anything else on the hashtag, Justine?
Not on the hashtag, but on as a YouTube comment, Backsoren again bringing it back to hoarding stuff in video games. He said, "I love that about the Fallout Bethesda games. I would have hordes of stuff in every apartment I stayed in."
I hoarded Fallout because then I just used it as to build stuff. Honestly, like I only played Fallout for like a couple of hours, and then I was like, this game isn't fun.
I have been conflicted by Fallout, and I was originally going to talk about Fallout, but I changed my mind because I thought I would be too negative about it. Because they added the survival mode to it now, which is really cool. I'm like, I don't know, I might be a bit sadistic, but I kind of like having extra challenges like illnesses and hunger and thirst. But then they added in the idea that to save your game, you have to sleep somewhere, which would be okay if they made the game like that from the beginning and they had beds sort of like littered around in certain areas. But they didn't. So you have to literally search places. Like the opening sequence where you go to the Minutemen and you save them and the Deathclaw comes out. Yeah, I had to do that 5 times because everything's 5 times as harder and there's no saving. You can't just save it halfway through.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Tedious. But that's not, what the hell? What the hell were you thinking?
I did not find that fun at all.
It goes beyond the challenge and fun to just tedious. And there's been so many times where I've just sort of put the controller down in rage and gone, this isn't not just my fault. Like, part of it, yes, I may not be the better player and I should just lower the difficulty. But also, there's AI problems, there's bug problems. Your Deathclaw should not have been able to kill me when I was inside a building. That's just impossible. So, yeah, no.
All right.
Just a bit of a cluster.
I guess. So, Zhiana, what are you watching?
Okay, well, I am watching this, okay, if for our non-Aussie viewers, I don't know where it airs in America. I know that it does air in America, though, but I'm watching this great new Australian drama, sci-fi spec-fic drama called Cleverman. We don't often, I just want to start off saying that we don't make a lot of Australian TV, especially sci-fi TV, like that's, like the last good thing is what Farscape that I can think of off the top of my head. You know, what is that noise, Kaz?
That was.
What is this? What is this?
I don't know. I'll turn off my mic while you're talking. Then.
Give me my time to shine. Okay. No. All eyes on me. No, I'm joking. Anyway, back to focusing now. We don't often get a lot of like Australian drama that's this well made, especially with such a high production value. Like, you know, like everyone thinks of Australian TV, they think of like Neighbours and like Home and Away and stuff like that, and it's like, oh well, does anyone even still watch that?
think like a surprise.
Is Neighbours still even going? Is that still on?
I think so.
Is that still
It's
going?
on channel like
I know I'm
one,
away.
I think.
It,
It's on like.
It's
one of those-
definitely
Anyway, the
still
point
going.
is that. Oh God, why? Whatever. Whatever. The point is that we don't often get a lot of good Australian television, especially not good science fiction television made and produced in Australia by Australians. We get a lot of movies made here, but not TV shows. So this is why it's very exciting. So this it's important to like recognize that this it's indigenous. It's based. It's hard to explain, but it's like an 80% Indigenous cast, and the entire plot is centered around Indigenous Australian history, and the dreaming. And for non-Australian people, I implore you to please look this up, because this is a culture that's like 80,000 years old or whatever it is, and predates everything we know about everything. And they have this incredibly rich and beautiful culture and history. And
so beautiful.
Yeah, and I implore you, if you don't know anything about it, please look it up. The dreaming, that is. And look up the TV show, but look up the dreaming first, because it's very important that you understand it. So a clever man in Australian Aboriginal culture is like a man of power within the clan or the mob, and they're the conduit between the dreaming and like the magical, like I don't really know how, the spiritual world and the real world. I'm just really conscious that I'm like, I don't want to say anything wrong and have somebody be like, no, you. So the clever man is a conduit between like the spiritual and the real world, and so this TV show is centered around it's a dystopian. I'm really bad. This happened last time when I talked about it. I'm like, how do I, like, what is this about that I can just like explain what it is? Okay, so basically it's set in the future of Australia.
It's a difficult one to pin down.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I always like garble it because I'm like, it's set in a dystopian future of Australia, and basically there are the hairy people who are considered like the subhumans of society, and the hairy people, the hairies, live in a place called the Zone, which is and it's contained by a wall, and it's very, everyone's ID tagged, and it's very much like, oh no, like hairies aren't allowed in, out with regular people and whatever. So it's very like politically, when you think about it, it's very much like a border protection, like asylum seeker situation here right now. It's a little bit. Ooh. And basically these.
Are they contagious? Are they contagious?
No.
Like the hairy?
No. So the hairy people they're basically like X-Men. That's a really easy way to explain it. They live for but they all have the same power, I guess. So they live for 200 years. They have like super strength. They have and their health is different, and they have like a different like metaphysical awareness of the world. And it's centered around this young, and the hairy people in the show a lot of them are Indigenous, so it's kind of like this. It's really cool because they all speak in like these native Indigenous languages. Like I'm looking it up right here. They the hairy people in Cleverman are inspired by the stories of the Gamilaroi and the Bundjalung people of northern New South Wales, and they speak. Okay, I'm gonna fuck this. Excuse me. I'm gonna screw this word up really. They speak an actual Indigenous language called You say it. No, I'm not even. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Not even gonna attempt it. I don't want to offend anybody because it's a natural, real language. Don't want to offend anyone, and I can't do it. I can't do it without making a fool of myself. So it's really cool because they are the whole plot is it is very centered around Indigenous culture, but at the same time it's very futuristic and very dystopian, and it's so hard to explain. I'm trying to implore everyone to please watch this show. It's on Thursdays at 9:30. on ABC, Australian people. So 9:30 Thursdays, lock it in and definitely watch it. And I swear that I will be talking about this better and in a more eloquent way in next week's episode of Watch This Space. Me and Kaz are going to be doing a nice hangout talking about it in greater detail because we don't have a lot of time to talk about it right now. But we will be talking about that in our episode of Watch This Space, and we can chat about it in a little bit more, eloquent terms. Because, like, once again, like, I feel like I'm getting verbal diarrhea trying to talk about this because I'm like, please just watch the show.
We'll practice saying some of the names before we record it as well.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to mess it up because, I am very respectful of this amazing culture that we have in Australia and, this history that we have in Australia, and I don't want to, the last thing that I would want to do is to disrespect that at all.
I'm loving the fact
anyway,
I'm loving the fact that we have this new Australian show, that it's
exactly.
It's so Australian. It's not just like, oh, it's Australia, but it's so intrinsically Australian. Like,
and I feel like this is the first time that we're really seeing it, like, on TV.
Yeah.
And we don't see a lot of Indigenous like shows really on TV, especially not with such a large production value. So that's why I think it's like
translating.
What was that, Cass?
What did you say?
Oh, just saying, like, translating the culture that you're not in school, but it doesn't really get shared overseas because we don't present it in the media at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's really, really cool, and I definitely think people should watch it because it's not only for the cultural factor, but also because it's a really good sci-fi story. It's really freaking cool. Like, there's, like, experiments, and there's, people with, like, X-Men powers, and there's, and it's very, like, it's very high stakes, like, like, trying to smuggle people out of the zone and trying to get them out, and, people, like, some people try and hide the fact that they're hairy, by shaving themselves and whatever and trying to pass as, like, a normal person. And, and then there's a very large, like, political factor, like, we see the Prime Minister talking about it a lot, and this kind of thing. And I forgot to mention that Dora the Explorer is in this show. So Game of Thrones.
That's right.
You should watch it. Definitely. Ian Glenn is in this. Dora the Explorer.
Him.
Yeah, he's
on the set. He looked really good.
Yeah. He looks really good. I love Ian Glenn. I think he's a great actor. I think he's really underrated. He's in, like, everything. He's in Downton Abbey as well. I love Downton Abbey. He's so great. Anyway, so definitely watch that. And Deborah Mailman is in it as well. And also, I can't recall her name, but one of the other girls from the Sapphires is in it as well, the little one. I can't recall her name right now, but she's in it. And, like, so you see, like, a lot of, like, you see, like, a lot of, like, famous Australian actors, especially, like, Indigenous actors in it as well. And definitely just give this a go. Like, don't be frightened by the fact that it might be a culture that you maybe don't know a lot about, or don't be intimidated by the fact that you don't know anything about it. And like I said in the start, implore, if you are not familiar with the Dreaming or Indigenous culture, I implore you to please just give it a quick Google, like, look it up and find out what it is, because it is a very beautiful culture, and it's very, just watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch it.
I feel like the Dreaming is kind of already mystical anyway, so to add in a sci-fi element, it seems like it would come so naturally. And like, I remember as a kid reading about the Dreaming and going, oh, it sounds so beautiful and magical, and the terminology already has that kind of effect on you. So to add that to a sci-fi drama, it just feels right for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, definitely look it up. If you don't want to watch the show, look up the history. Yeah, it's incredibly rich, and there's just so much you can learn about. And if you don't know a lot about Indigenous history or the Dreaming, like, it is actually really interesting to learn about it, and you'll look at the world a different way. Like, when you go out to the bush, you go out in the outback, and you see all the mountains, and you see everything, and you suddenly you're like, okay, like, and you think about it in, like, that sort of sense, and it's just, just definitely watch this show. I mean, I'm not going to garble it anymore. I'm going to go straight to Kaz. Kaz, tell us, please, what are you reading? Just get it over with.
Okay, what have I been reading? Speaking of garbling words, no.
Yeah. Verbal diarrhea.
So this year I have, this year I have set myself a challenge of reading books that I've already read, and specifically books that I read when I was a kid. And it kind of happened accidentally. I wanted to read The Hobbit, I think, in January, and I was like, oh, that was interesting, you know, seeing how different the story was from the perspective of an adult versus the perspective of a child. Like, I think I was 9 when I read it. And just seeing how much more to the story there was, or ways that I disagreed with myself, was really interesting. So I just kept on going. And I've been reading a bunch of really either rubbish teenage books or really interesting kids' books. The one that I wanted to speak about specifically today is a book called So You Want to Be a Wizard, and that was the one I'm reading most recently. But when I read it, there was only about 3 or 4 books out. Now there's 9, so not only 3 books, but I got to see all of what else happened in the story.
Yeah.
I love reading young adult stuff.
So did you say you read it?
Yeah, I read it ages ago, but I've read it. Yeah, it's a really good book.
I haven't read it.
I used to work.
There's a really interesting storyline in it where I have so much lag. I'm sorry.
No, you go, Kat. You go.
Okay.
You should be ashamed.
Okay, so it's my fault that my internet is bad. Shame on Australia.
Thanks, Obama.
Okay, so there's a really interesting storyline in it where spoiler alert, spoiler warning, one of the main characters' parents dies, and it's just so interesting seeing it from the perspective of a parent rather than the perspective of a child. You know, how I imagine I would have taken it then, because obviously the book's written by an adult, so they add in all those extra layers, but you just don't see them when you're little. There was also a couple of times where I found myself meant to I was obviously meant to agree with the main character, and I was just thinking like, no, your parents have said you're not allowed to do that. There are reasons for these rules. It's for your safety. Don't do that. So the whole thing kind of had a different response than I did the last time.
I think you'll find that.
So have you guys reread books that you read?
I love rereading Tamora Pierce's stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
This is great. I love all of her books, and the Wild Magic series, I think is the one I'm thinking of, with oh my God, what's her name? The girl with the wild magic, Dana.
Yeah,
oh my
that's
God.
right. That's right.
You gotta look it up right now.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yes.
Dana.
What's her name? I think her name is something like that.
I used to read The Circle of Weaving from Tamora Pierce, and it's like
Dane,
4 books.
that's her name. Virula Dane.
And they're all each book is like one of the main characters, but they're all it's a quattro of kids, and they all have magical abilities. And I used to resonate really highly with Triss, and she was like she used to be able to control the weather. But the only reason why I really liked her the most is because she had curly hair, and I have curly hair. And as a kid, I was like, solidarity to those with curly hair who can't do anything but put it up in a bun. And she would always complain that it's falling out. I'm like, yeah. My 9-year-old self is like, yeah.
That's totally why I love.
It's so funny how you connect with the most minor things.
I don't know.
Well, my favorite one of the series was the Zhiana series. Just.
Oh yeah, that of course.
I mean, like, actually, I really like arts and magic and stuff, but like, it was a cool name.
Yeah, I like her as well. And like when she's like, the woman who fights like a man or whatever it is, and I was like, good for you, Alana. You kick that guy's butt. You do that. You do that. A-holes. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, but Tamora Pierce, like, I feel like she covered like a lot of topics in her books that, like that weren't, like sexism played quite a large part in a lot of her books, like, and, people underestimating these strong female characters and then, having that shoved in their face, basically, and whatever, and they also, and she also talks about sex in a different way, like, she doesn't shy around it, like, it happens, and it, like, it just does, like, but, she just, I just love her book. Another young adult-ish writer that I completely adore, whose name just escaped me completely. Robin Hobb. There it is.
Oh,
I got it.
Robin Hobb is so good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the third one of her newest trilogy to come out. I'm dying. Or the next one. I think there's 2 more. Fool's Assassin. I've got it on my bookshelf behind me.
Yeah.
It's so great. Just amazing. Just.
I reread that one this year too.
Oh, really?
I used to work in a bookshop, and I used to manage the young adult section, so I got to read all the young adult stuff as it was coming in. And I think it's one of those underrated genres for adults. I think it's really amazing. I think they've got some amazing writers. I think they've got some amazing series, and people just look at them like, oh, they're for kids, but you can appreciate some of the levels that they go to. Like when you watch Toy Story, there's always like the humor, and then there's the adult humor. I think there's that level in young adults as well. Like there's a series called Skullduggery Pleasant by Derek Landry, and I think he's a Scottish guy. His humor in that series is hilarious. Ultimately, like the premises about it is this young girl finds out she has magical abilities, and she teams up with a detective who is a skeleton who can talk and shoot fire from his skeleton hands. And it's amazing.
As you do?
It's freaking incredible. It's so good. And I always, like, as an adult, you sort of look at things differently. Like, how would she get away with sneaking out of her house when her parents would know? Oh, well, he has an answer for that. She clones herself and leaves her clone there.
That makes sense.
Talks to her parents. Yeah, but guess what?
As you do.
Yeah, but the best part about it is the clone starts developing its own personality. So ultimately, down the track in the series, the two people have to fight each other, like the real version of her and the clone. Like, this guy has everything you want in a book. It's so good.
I have to start reading that now.
I recommend. It's a really good series. It's really funny. It's one of the few it's one of the few books, actually, that I've actually, like, laughed out loud. Like, out loud, not just, like, internally. It has a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor, but as a young adult series, I highly recommend it.
Young adult's all I read anyway. That's my go-to genre.
Yeah.
I've been really into it just with audiobooks because they're easy to kind of drop out and drop in with. You know, if you get distracted, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm sure I can catch up and figure out what's going on.
I feel like I would listen to it and then I would just like casually like be looking at, Instagram or something, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll just play a quick game of Overwatch and listen to the thing, and then I'll read 3 chapters, and then I'll not know what's going.
All the time. Audiobooks going while I'm gaming, audiobook going at the same time.
Yep.
It's like my guilty pleasure. Rubbish phone apps and teenage books.
I love it. I love it. Some of the best books I've read that I still have memories of today are teen books. Like anything by Gail Forman is amazing. She writes things like it was turned into a movie recently. What's that called? Oh, I don't know. But Gail Forman just makes you cry. She's a stunningly beautiful author. Kristen White. Kristen White is a really good author. Super funny. Love it. Love everything about her. I love kids' books.
I just I've got a tweet here from Mickey on the Bomb Squad saying Kaz.
Sorry.
What?
Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris broke up. I just saw it on Facebook and I just freaked out.
Do you need some consoling?
Oh, that's old news, Maddie.
Yeah.
Get up to date. Come on.
Where
I did it hours ago.
Oh man, no, I gotta keep up with the program.
Be show.
Sorry guys.
I think it's hilarious.
Right. So the tweet that I got from Mickey is, what was the first book you remember loving too much as a kid? Mine was How to Movie Castle. And this is going to be my moment where I can start talking about what that rubbish anime did to my favourite book. This book, right. Oh, let me just put some stuff down. Okay, this book was fundamentally about this girl's relationship with her two sisters and her family. In the movie, she barely even has sisters. They don't even mention it. This is the whole point of it. She's like, oh, I've got to be who I am despite my family situation. And then they change it to just be this romance story. There's also meant to be, her sister is meant to be super, super powerful that doesn't even exist. And the kid in the show is like 9. In the book, he's 15 and he ends up with her other sister. They hook up. This show is awful. I hate it, and now everyone else is gonna hate me.
No,
never.
I can confess that my one true love for books was Harry Potter, and I don't like any of the movies. I refuse to watch them. I've barely seen any of them. I actually got banned from my family for watching the movies because I would just argue with how wrong they are. So my parents were like, you can't watch the Harry Potter movies anymore. We'll watch them without you. And I was like, that's fine. They're all wrong. I hate every single thing about them.
Excommunicated you.
Yeah. I was a little bit devastated at the time when I found out that JK had a lot to do with the movies and there was still characters missing. But as an adult, I kind of understand, I guess. But I'm still heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken. This is not right.
I'm the person that when you watch a movie that's an adaptation, I'll just be like, they did it like this in the book. Oh, in the book, it was like this. Oh, the character didn't say that he had it like this.
Like it's, and even
I'll like pause things when we watch. I'll pause it and be like, so, just so you know, that's something such mum, and she did this, and she did this with that person. So that's why when they look at each other, something's happening right now. Okay, but what you need to look at now is how he's looking at her, because that, and then I'll be like, okay, now play. Oh no, wait, one more thing. I think that's me.
Maddie, I feel like we would never get through video together.
So you know, that's it.
I have to confess that I did that with Twilight, and I actually brought the first book with me to the movie theater, and I would flip the pages and be like, no, this is not right. In this page right here, it says that this happens, and the movie is incorrect. And I would yell this out. I wasn't quiet, so I was probably...
Did you do that with
the was so close to the books.
That's not exactly how they described it in the book, guys.
Yeah. It should be word for word. I don't see that here.
I hate the fact that it fostered this love triangle that never really was there. Like, I read the books for work purposes. I don't necessarily like them. I don't like the books because I think they're a bit weird.
Of course.
But I don't really understand why movies have to add in like love triangles that never existed. Like the whole Bella and Edward and Jacob thing. Like in the books, that was never like that at all. And then in the movies, they make her look like she's just this, like, I don't know, wispy thing that just floats around and everyone just fawns after her. In the books, she's like, at one point, she's like psychotically crazy after him. Like, she tries to kill herself multiple times just to get Edward to come and talk to her. There's some really messed up shit in that book. And they didn't add that at all into the movies, which I can kind of understand, but...
Yeah, they did. Well, not on the same
really.
But she, like, she jumps off the cliff. And she goes
rides and move,
rides, whatever.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
haven't seen
messed
the
up.
It
latest
was
movie.
portrayed in kind of like a romantic way in the film, but it's really
I
kind of
love
crazy.
you so much that I'm going to jump off this.
It's bad messages
Absurd.
to send to young girls. It's really bad messages
Yeah,
to
it's
send.
ridiculous.
Like, I'm going to wake up after a night of lovemaking for the first time with my partner, and he's left bruises, but I'm okay with it because he's a vampire. No. Let's not send that message to young girls. Let's not tell them that that's okay. None of that about that was okay. She
Oh,
wrote
he
that
left
so
me.
wrong.
Let me just go kill myself to get him to come back to me.
Yeah.
He's going to edit suicide to make him come back. That will make him come back.
That's an appropriate reaction.
It's a
Just
bad,
literally my
it's a bad
eyes cannot roll harder.
Oh my god! I used to try and tell people at the bookshop not to buy the series. Like they'd come in with their 12-year-old kid and they'd be like, their little girls want, I want Twilight. I'm like, honey, no. What you want is Black Beauty or Eden Blyton or any of the older stuff that's amazing. You don't want Twilight. That she can't even stand up for herself. She's a ninny. Some girl power.
Bella is a no one.
And she's horrible.
Excuse me.
Get some Hermione up in this
AJ
house.
just tweeted at us saying that she was into a series of unfortunate events as a kid and she's super keen for the Netflix adaptation. She wasn't a huge fan of the 2004 film.
I'm excited for Neil Patrick
The
Harris.
series looks really good. I think it's going to be so much better as a show than a movie.
Agreed. This way they can fit everything in it.
Yeah.
I know
It's
what
so
book I'm going to talk
related.
about then. I've got this Wheel of Time, and they're making that into a TV show, and I'm really dying of excitement.
Yeah.
Dying
There's so
of
many.
excitement. I am waiting for the open casting call for
Especially
Nynaeve, and
because they got to
I'm
cast you and me as 9 even men.
yeah,
Did
we're going to
did
do
you
this.
guys know that?
Yeah. It's just going to happen. We're going to be in the show.
Yeah,
Like,
like producers, hello.
it's gonna happen. Did you guys know that there's a Tomorrow When War Began TV show out?
Oh no,
I found it the
I
other
knew there was a
day.
movie. I didn't know there was a TV show.
I saw that.
Yeah, there's a TV show out.
Seen it, but I've heard of it.
I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. The books are amazing, but I don't feel the need to ruin the books any more than what the movie did.
To
for me.
ruin them.
Yeah, no. The movie was terrible. The movie was horrible.
I didn't
That was
see it.
embarrassment. That was
Oh
embarrassing.
no. So Justine,
Yes.
Jasmine, whoever's checking the Twitter hashtag, let's
yeah,
see if
I'm
there's
happy with
anything
that.
going.
What's going
anything?
on Twitter?
I have
Great,
a comment.
Oh,
from
Mickey
YouTube,
wants to know who our favorite Bum Squad member is.
Sorry?
Your favorite
Who what?
people
I
memory.
think that I'm
Bomb
everyone's
Squad
favorite
member?
squad member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is your favorite Bum Squad member? Oh my
Favorite
god,
what?
your favorite bummer is Mickey.
Oh.
Really? Haha, mine too. She's great. That's from Mickey.
Oh my
What a
god, it's
surprise.
so funny.
You're all my favorite.
No one's my favorite.
I love it.
I don't have a favorite. Everyone's my favorite. We're a team.
Yay.
Yeah.
Team.
And besides, I'm not
Yeah.
that stupid to pick one person. I'm not suicidal.
I'm like,
Everybody hug your webcam.
That was the
Hugging
best
my
group
webcam.
ever.
e-hug.
Yay.
Chris Clark at He Died Funny said Twilight equals high school suicide jailbait as has a kid with a 200-year-old disco ball. LOL.
That's what I've ever heard.
Can someone edit Edward at the
I'm
disco
gonna-
ball now?
I'm going to officially
do that,
put my
please.
foot down and say, let's stop talking about Twilight.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not really wasting
I don't
words
see what
floating
this show's
I'm so sorry. I invited the evil in, and we need to exercise it out.
What have you done?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's move
Why
on
don't
to
we
doing.
just move on and
Steve, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Let's change it.
Aside from reading Twilight.
All right. So, Wizard World Philadelphia started yesterday, the 2nd, and I'm actually going tomorrow. They have a bunch of guests going. Chris Evans will be there, first of all. Tom Hiddleston, I know, I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out for you.
Oh, don't. Oh,
I know. All right,
dying of jealousy.
Not only is Chris Evans there, but Chris Hemsworth is there. Tom Hiddleston is there. Sebastian Stan, Haley Atwell, Stanley Tucci, Dominic Cooper, Anthony Mackie, John Cena.
Stanley Tucci's gonna be there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's really cool. Excuse me.
Yes.
What my mouth out was so.
What?
Yeah, no, Stanley Tucci, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think he's like one of the best actors of our generation. Like, he's amazing, so versatile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Continue,
he's doing a panel as well. He's doing his own panel. I'm gonna try to get in there and get some pics. Yeah. So John Cena, Michael J. Fox is coming, Leah Thompson, Christopher Lloyd, David Duchovny, Billy Boyd, Stephen Amell, and then that's all I really put. But there's a bunch more people that are there. I just couldn't fit everyone.
That's a huge guess. Can you imagine if we have those people in Australia? Damn.
Yeah, it's insane. There's a bunch of panels. Like I said, Stanley Tucci is doing his own panel. All the Avengers people are doing their own panel. There's an Agent Carter panel also. They have a bunch of comic panels where they'll tell you how to create your own, about self-publishing, webcomics, and all that fun stuff. They have like gaming boot camps with like pro gamers for Super Smash Brothers, for Tekken 7, Street Fighter, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja, Magic the Gathering also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll play that game anymore.
Yeah, it's cool. There's cosplay panels, how to do like special effects makeup, cosplay for beginners, how to work with different materials, how to add details like beading and embroidering and stuff like that. There's fan run panels too for specifically Marvel versus DC, the show Arrow that's on the CW, and The Walking Dead. And then there is a concert later at the end of the day with the World of Warcraft composer, Jason Hayes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So he's doing a bunch of stuff from, like, Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon, Super Smash Brothers, Sonic, all the big stuff like that. So it should be fun. I'm excited.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. Alana and I are like, damn, wish we could just, like, teleport there right now.
Dude, come with me. Carpool. I'll get you in my... Oh, also, I have a photo op tomorrow with Chris Evans and Tom Hiddleston. So...
No, you do not!
I do.
That's it.
That's exactly what my reaction was when I found out.
I do.
So... I'm so jealous.
I
need to start. I will take over.
If I don't come back, if I don't make it back, you know why. I will still be in Philly. Like
I think Alana. I think Maddie's gone. She's just out.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to being very, very tiny in their hands. So.
Oh my God, you're gonna be in their hands. Oh.
They're like 6 something. I'm like 5'2". What? It's gonna be like this.
It's gonna be beautiful.
You have a sandwich.
I want a group hug so bad.
Pain in my head right now. This is like a jealous overload. I'm having a meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous.
I'm very excited.
You know when one of your friends is doing something really amazing, you want to hate them because they're doing something amazing, but you just love it? Yeah, I'm like that.
Listen, if you can all teleport to me,
I love hate you.
I will take you all with me, and we can meet them together.
Oh, I would love that so much.
I think I would die. I think I would actually
I'll hide
die.
in your back.
Like, I think I'd be like, Thomas would just be like, and I'd be like, I'm dead. That's it. Goodbye. See you later.
I always thought...
That's it. My soul has left my body. I'm going to go to heaven. That's it.
I always thought
I'm a shell of my former self. I'd be too scared to say anything. I think I'd just be so starstruck that it'd be like, pleasure to meet, and I'd be like,
I don't know what I'm
awkward handshake.
when when they talk to me, I might pee myself. I don't know how to convey anything. Like, how am I supposed to? You're in front of me, and I saw the bicep scene, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. My brain's gonna shut off, and I'm gonna lose control of all my bodily functions.
Just like do me a favor and make sure you remember what they smell like. I'm like, do they wear cologne? Do they have like a manly? That's what I want to know.
I will stick my nose in their chest.
Oh my god! Just a nuzzle. Just give them a nuzzle in the chest.
I'll be like. They'll be like, what are you doing? It's fine. It's for my friend Zhiana. She wanted to know. Yeah. I just need to do this for her.
It's science.
Just relax, okay? Yeah. Like, everything's gonna be fine.
Take a deep breath.
Take a pill. Yes!
Security comes along and just picks her up.
It's not weird at all.
Zhiana, you've met pretty famous people, though. I always thought, like, I would be, like, really cool and calm and collected. And then Roll came into our stream, and I just shut down, like, completely. So, and that was over the internet. Imagine what I would be like if I actually met the guy in real life. I'd probably kill myself. So,
have you ever been to a convention before? You can meet them.
So I don't know how you guys do it. I would be so bad.
The trick is to pretend that you don't exist. That's it. You just stand there and pretend that you don't listen to them. And then hope that they don't away. Yeah, that's my trick. That's my trick. When you're standing there and you're awkwardly trying to act cool because they're, having a drink at the table next to you, and you're like, you either pretend they don't exist or you pretend you don't exist yourself. And that way, that's the only way that I can deal with it. When I met Jamie Lannister from Game of Thrones, I was just like, I was so starstruck, but I was just trying to be like really casual. Like, just trying to be really, like, you just pretend that you don't know who they are. That always gets me.
Oh.
Or like, you know who they are.
Celebrity I ever met.
Them. Like, yeah, be cool. Just be cool.
The first time I ever met a celebrity, I was like, had this script going in my head, like walking up, I know exactly what I'm going to say, it's going to be so cool, get there.
Choked. Yeah. You choked.
Yeah.
That was me. I was like Ben Browder and Michael Shanks in that story I told you about, Kaz. I met them. I got a photo with them. They're like the best famous people I've ever met. Like such a big Stargate fan. I was like, oh my god, I've got Daniel Jackson right in front of me. He's so hot. And I was dying. And then they were like, no hugs. Like, no hugs allowed. There was this huge sign out the front. And I was just like, screw it. And I was like, I'm gonna say like this. I just went for it. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I love you, like that. And then I turned around and then I hugged Ben Brown. I'm like, I love you. Okay, bye. And that was so. Yeah, and then I was just like, okay, thank you, thanks. See you later. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. It was really funny. They were cool about it though. Like they were just laughing. Like
I sat there like all through like season 2 of iZombie and like, oh, if I could only ask like each of the actors one thing, like I had all these questions in my head, and then Morty invites roll into the chat, and the only thing I can think of is, what would we do if we hang out together? Yeah, good yes. Such a dumb question. Let's be my friend.
Don't worry.
Oh well.
happens.
Default mode.
You get used to it.
I remember I went to meet James McAvoy, and I literally sprinted across half a New York City block to get to him because he was on the other side of the block. And the first thing I said to him was, I just ran like a block to see you. I'm sorry that I'm sweaty.
That's hilarious.
What did he say?
He was just like, oh, cool.
Okay.
Do you like want a picture? And I was like, yeah, picture.
That's awesome.
Why are we so creepy? Why is like we are such a this is a cringe fest. This is just going rapidly downhill.
Oh, I did it again.
Embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
You let the evil in.
Anymore.
I let the evil in again.
One of the Bomb Squad's most embarrassing stories I can tell.
There's a ton. I'm gonna save you all from that.
I have tears coming out of my eyes. It's holding my glasses up.
Yeah, let's not even get into our most embarrassing stories. We're all very awkward people.
We'll save that for another stream.
We'll have a specific show just for that.
So,
Oh, all right, guys. I got another tweet from Mickey on Twitter using hashtag PWR'd, Powerbomb. And she sent us the typical question. She says she had to. What game, TV show, book, and drink would you take with you to a desert island? You can only take one of each. Obviously, drink would be water.
Yes. I'm
Too
not trying
practical.
to die of dehydration.
yeah. Yep. I'm agreeing with water.
Hers would probably still be
Okay, do we have internet? If we have internet, I'll take World of Warcraft because then I can get my social aspect done.
no internet.
You know what I mean?
Overwatch,
So I get
though.
interaction.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
that
mine
narrows
would
it
be-
down.
If we have internet, then we can like call home.
Well, we could hang out
Yeah.
with each other if we have internet and we're all on separate desert islands. We'll just call each other and play.
I would probably say my go-to books would be Harry Potter.
Mine too.
Like this series, like it would be just Harry Potter. My TV show would probably be Criminal Minds. I'm a huge Criminal Minds buff. Honestly, it would be Criminal Minds over anything because it's just my go-to trash show to watch. Whereas like Veronica Mars and iZombie, like I fully just like love that.
Yeah.
But it would be Criminal Minds. I'm just a Criminal Minds person. I don't know why. And my game.
There's so much of it.
My game, even though I spent so much talking about The Witcher, would actually be Minecraft. Because while all you people are playing in MOBAs and shit, I'm like a single player person and I like to get creative in Minecraft and I put mods in it and I mod the crap out of it and that's what I do.
Minecraft.
Did she just say she's never played Minecraft? Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is like just turned into a stream of where I'm like, I've never played that.
I've never played
that.
Minecraft either.
I'm just a blizzard.
Surprisingly.
It's my life.
There was like new stats that came out that basically prove that Minecraft is like the best thing ever. Or at least the most money-making game. Yeah.
I guess.
I think my TV show would be Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm torn.
Probably Community for me.
Ooh, Community's a good one.
I wouldn't even think of that.
Troy and Abed in the
I
morning.
think I'd either
Morning.
Kitchen Nightmares. Kitchen Nightmares. I love that. That's my go-to trash show. Oh god, I'll rewatch it. I just put it up on my computer when I'm doing cosplay things. I put it up and I'm like, and I just watch it and I'm like, how could you serve that? And then I'll go downstairs and make burnt toast for myself and just eat it. By myself to sleep.
Oh my god, I love
That might work for you, though, on a desert island. You can learn some cooking stuff or, like, learn at least what not to do.
Or it makes you hungry.
Or that. So it could go both ways.
That's true.
Yeah.
My
It'd
go-to
be
trash
pretty awful.
TV show is Dr. Phil. That's my trash show. I love Dr. Phil.
No.
I just love it when he yells at people.
Maury is where it's at, and I'm biased.
Oh, no.
I'm biased because I was in the audience for some of them.
I'm not sure if you should be announcing that or not.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe like, like we're supposed to be geeks. And here we are saying of these trashy shows we love to watch. Amazing.
Dominic at Baxthorn says he was.
We do have a lot of geeky shows. Everyone loves their trash.
Baxthorn, that's an amazing photo of you and Will Wheaton, dude. I think that's great.
Oh, that
It's
is
on
a
Twitter.
cool.
Oh, yeah, look,
Yeah. It's a really
Such a
good photo.
stereotypical picture of Will Wheaton. It's exactly what you expect Will Wheaton to look like.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I follow him on Twitter and he's got some of the funniest tweets. So funny. There was another question I saw earlier.
Huge fan. Massive fan.
Have you seen he identified these objectifying actors by smell, and I can't stop laughing.
Weird.
We are weird. We are very weird.
Yeah, but that's
We
why
don't deny that.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
Different question on Twitter by Dominic at
Speaking of how weird we are, I think this is probably an awkwardly weird spot to finish our stream.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I just want to make sure you guys have seen.
How many times have we segued?
Yeah.
I was like,
We can't stay on track, so this is our punishment.
We do have a script.
But we can't stick.
All right, close it out, Kaz.
We got this.
Yeah. Yes, close it out. All right, so in conclusion, just before you go, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, do that now because we're awesome. Watched the Fighter Fandoms debate last week, so Professor X or Magneto is more awesome, a very specific title, a very specific topic for a debate, and see whether Jazz and Justine won or lost. Oh wait, you guys already said that you did. And also, we have a X-Men t-shirt on underwear.net, the Beast Mode t-shirt, and it is so freaking awesome.
It's really good.
So yeah, have a look on underwear, have a look on geekbomb.net. We've got lots of awesome stuff. Oh, also, Weekendie is on this weekend, isn't it? That's exciting. What are they playing?
Yes.
Iron Snout. Weekendie are playing Iron Snout this week. So.
Yes.
Yay.
And keep an eye out for Watch This Space coming out next week. Me and Kaz will be covering some great things in it, bringing you up to date on all the latest news in entertainment.
Yay! And I'll be tweeting pictures from the convention tomorrow. I will definitely post the picture of Chris and Tom.
You smelling Chris Hemsworth.
All right, I don't know if that picture is going to be me, my nose in their chest, but maybe. We'll see.
Please do.
Oh,
That's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing.
Die.
All right.
Die.
I think Julia also did some Ninja Turtle candles as well.
Yeah,
so
she
check out
did.
the
Oh my
website
god,
for
yeah,
that.
definitely check those out on the website,
They're
yeah.
so cute. They're so adorable. I want
So
all of
sweet.
them. She's very talented.
We got through it. We got through our script.
Yeah, I have to say.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Have a fabulous day.
Or night.